audience.
Here's my audience. Good morning. My name is Zach Granigas, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do a surgical hand scrub. So today we'll discuss first the evidence of a surgical hand preparation, secondly the objective of why we do a surgical hand scrub, and third, how we do a surgical hand scrub. Let's begin by answering the question, why do we do a surgical hand scrub and what's the importance behind it? Joseph Lister was a British surgeon from 1827 to 1912. He introduced new principles of cleanliness and aseptic technique. He introduced a sterile surgery that allowed patients to undergo surgery without an SSI, surgical site infection. Lister was also present during the first surgery performed under anesthesia in 1846. Lister confirmed the effective on disinfection on the surgical site infection. He started this process on why and how we did a surgical site infection. This is Joseph Lister. During the time in history, sterile gloves were not used. We just used our bare hands. During the 19th century, this surgical hand scrub consisted of an antler, a soap, warm wash, and a brush. Not much effective, right? In 1894, they gradually evolved into 3 steps that are: 1, washing the hands with hot water, Medicaid soap, and a brush for 5 minutes. 2, apply 90% of ethanol for 3 to 5 minutes with a brush. 3, rinse hands with an aseptic liquid. So in 1939, they put a little more thought into the process and established another way. 1 being a 7-minute hand wash with soap, water, and a brush, followed by a 70% ethanol scrub for 3 minutes after drying your hands. So now, in today's history, the 20th century, we began to perfect the surgical hand scrub, and that's what we're practicing today. So why is the surgical hand scrub so important while doing a surgical case? So the surgical hand scrub should be done prior to entering the OR and being scrubbed in. The purpose of the hand scrub is to reduce the release of the skin bacteria of the hands, in case of an unnoticed tear in the gloves during the surgical procedure. The scrub should also reduce the transient flora and the resident flora found on the skin. In 2009, it was estimated that a person with an SSI infection, surgical site infection, increased their stay at the hospital for 9 extra days. They increased their cost by $21,000. Therefore, the products we use, such as povidone iodine scrub or the chlorhexidine scrub that you all have right now, are used to eliminate the growth of the bacteria. So as of now, we're going to go over the background of I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to do a surgical hand scrub. So there's 2 different methods that I'll be teaching. One's going to be the traditional method, and one's going to be the alcohol-based method. So, I'm going to use Pareda. So first, he's going to be removing all the jewelry and start off with the pre-wash with soap and warm water.
Yo, beat.
Next, he's going to clean the subungual area of your nails with the nail tool that's provided in the package. The subungual area is underneath your nail bed. Next, we're going to scrub the nails with the brush with 30 full strokes. After complete, each finger should be broken down into 4 different planes: palmar, dorsal, left, and right side, with each plane getting a stroke of 10. When passing through each finger, make sure to scrub the interdigital space 10 strokes as well. So while doing the scrub, make sure to maintain your arms above your waist. Arms should also be broken down into 4 planes and should be scrubbed in a circular motion from distal to proximal, seating 2 inches above the elbow. And he's going to do the same thing without washing anything off this hand and arm onto the next. So now that he's done with that arm, he's going to wash his arm from distal to proximal, letting the water run off his elbow without touching anything, otherwise he's going to have to complete the process again. So at this time, he would be considered ready to enter the OR with a sterile towel. Next, we're going to move on to the alcohol-based method. This method is used when entering the OR without doing with scrubbing and after the day is completed. So like throughout the day, if you want to scrub in different cases, you can use Avogard scrub in. So you're going to start with the pre-wash with the antimicrobial soap, rinse and dry. After rinsing dry hands, you're going to apply the Avogard to your palm, 2 inches above your elbow. And then you're ready to enter the OR. So my conclusion. Today we learned the history behind a surgical scrub, why we do it, and how we do it. First, we learned the significant value of Joseph Lister and how he started the surgical hand scrub. Secondly, we discovered on why we do a surgical hand scrub and why is it important. And finally, we learned how to do the surgical hand scrub. Thank you, guys.
Bravo, bravo.